Hello, and welcome to a new Vanguard Zero video. So today I just want to talk a little bit about crafting, because I'm going to be taking for the next little while, I'm going to be taking a bit of a different strategy towards crafting and all that, and I'm going to be talking about what it is I'm going to be doing, and what it is you should be doing. Because, yeah, I know, crafting is fairly basic, right? If you want to build a good deck, and chances are if you're watching this, you probably have at least one good Vanguard Zero deck by now. If you want a good deck, you need to at least understand the basics of crafting. So I feel like a lot of what I'm going to go through here is fairly basic stuff, but I wanted to cover it anyway, just to kind of, just because I thought it would help people out. Basically, so what are some of the most wanted, I guess, some of the most desirable cards in the next set? Majesty, Lord Blaster, and Dragonic Overlord at the end. Correct. Both of those, you can already guarantee that you'll get one, right? Because, of course, most people's strategy when it comes to a new set coming out would just be, alright, I'm going to save up gash tickets and stuff from doing Legend, Ranked Mode and everything, and I'll go to the shop, and then I'll just spend those tickets and I'll pull them, right? Right? That's the thing. Maybe some smarter of yous out there, and more patient, I guess, will go, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait for the rate up banners. And the rate up banners are really underrated. They're really good, and you've missed out on your chance of doing this season's rate up banner, but they're very good. And that's also a good strategy, because the problem with banners right now is that any given banner, literally all three of these banners have the exact same cards in them. All they do is they change the chances of you getting those cards, but every single card is at least possible to pull, which is garbage. And that, well, not every single, I guess, because... Wait, let's see. How does this work? Fixed and normal. Yeah, okay, so the normal percentage, all of these are at least higher than 0%. Right, got it. And that's another thing, before you pull any packs, I would recommend literally getting this up and looking at it, because you always benefit from at least looking at the draw rates before you pull any packs. So that's my number one piece of advice. And I don't feel like enough people look at these and analyze them. You want to know what your odds are of actually pulling something before you pull it, right? To make sure that you've gone with the right banner and all, right? But in all three of these banners, you can pull literally any card, and that sucks. And that gets fixed with the Limit Break update, if I'm correct, where they actually start splitting things up so that... Because that's something I don't understand. I have a lot of complaints with this game, and that's one of the biggest ones, because, see, the reason trading card games like Vanguard and Yu-Gi-Oh! Work so well in the realm of a mobile gacha game is because gacha games are already aping the style of trading card games, right? Like, the banners of a gacha game are just booster boxes of a trading card game. Like, it's easy to just do what they already do with the trading card game, and it works fine, you know? So it's weird to me that they intentionally, I guess, changed it, and then people didn't like that they changed it, and with Limit Break onwards, they're changing it back. Whatever, small tangent. But of course, as you'll probably know from especially the Set 2 and Set 3 banners, so these two here, it's kind of very difficult to actually pull what you want, and that's where crafting comes into play. Obviously, right? Hadoi, duh, you can craft the cards you want. However, a lot of people, I feel like, are being put off of crafting, or at least committing to it, right? Because it's expensive, right? It's very, very expensive to actually craft any good cards, because usually, right, the most desirable cards are the triple rares. But here's the thing, you can at least prepare to craft a card before it's even out. So, okay, let's look at the daily missions, right? Because in the daily missions, you get stamina just for playing the game. Just for logging in at certain times a day, you get stamina for free. You get quite a lot of stamina for free. And also, you know, if you go under the 100, if you're at grade 30, then your stamina regenerates over time. So you can, and, well, yeah, if you do the character fights, you get crafting materials and stuff. And so if I just did a bunch of Kai character fights and stuff, I would be able to get Dragonic Overlord at the end. The reason I'm not doing that right now is because I'm not playing Kangaroo. But, and same goes for, like, Royal Paladins and everything. Like, you know, you can basically, what you do is you just log in, get all the stamina daily rewards, and then you just spend them immediately, and then you wait for your stamina to regenerate overnight as you're sleeping, and you just do character fights all day, every day. And you can spend your gems. Now, I'm pretty sure someone figured out that it takes around about 6,000 gems to get one triple rare via crafting, but that's 6,000 gems of just spending the gems. And the gems give you 75 stamina, I think. Yeah, 75, which, I mean, I wish it was a rounder number than that. I wish it was 100, because that works out more evenly, but whatever. But, like, if you're using the gems and the stamina with each other, and you're using up all your stamina immediately as you get it, then you get a triple rare really quickly, actually. And, in fact, if you start doing that now, efficiently enough, then you could probably craft a Dragonic Overlord at the end, or whatever other triple rare you need, immediately as the set drops. And so what's the fastest way of building a good deck the moment a set drops? It's to craft them. Because you aren't guaranteed those card pulls, because you never are. And that's the annoying thing, because usually with a booster box or whatever, of a real life trading card game, you are guaranteed at least one copy of that specific rarity and everything. But the thing that sucks about Vanguard Zero is it's completely randomized. Unless you do, like, paid real money stuff, you are not guaranteed any rarity. You could just open nothing but commons and rares all day, every day, and then suddenly you'll get a pack that has 2 triple rares in, because, you know? And there's nothing more frustrating than the day a new set comes out and you just don't get anything you want. Trust me, I've been a victim of that too. So you want to play the new cards that when they come out, you save. And I know it sounds grindy and everything, but it's a gacha game. That's kind of the point. That's the name of the game, right? You build a decent deck so that you can grind, so that you can build a better deck, so that you can grind more. I know it sounds like a pain in the butt. And so genuinely, if you are someone who wants either of those two decks, yeah, you use your stamina up immediately right now. Don't even wait until those cards are released to start doing that, because you'll be behind. Because, yeah, you can get the crafting materials now, and then just sit on them, and then wait, and it's good. And by doing this technique, I managed to craft an Edel Rose in the space of like a day or two, just from doing character fights and stuff. It's super easy and super quick, and that's what you should be using your gems on. Please, please, please do not use gems to open packs. That's another big thing I see new players run into. They're like, I use the gems to open packs. Please, if you can avoid it, only use tickets. Because I've been known to splurge gems on packs every once in a while. But please, it's not worth it. It's more worth it to get stamina, because crafting is more valuable, because basically, yeah, crafting is your only way of guaranteeing the cards you want. Okay, so what cards do you want to craft then? Well, the triple rares, obviously, and your commons. Commons are so extraordinarily cheap that you can just craft them. There is absolutely no reason to not own every single common at any given time, just because they are extraordinary. Like, look at how many of the crafting material I have already, and I haven't even been playing this game as much as I want to. And yeah, I already have that, and I have almost every common crafted. It's ridiculous. Now, your triple rares, you also want to craft, right? Now, that's kind of the problem, though, because being able to craft every single triple rare you need and every single double rare you need is difficult. That's going to take a lot of time. But usually, if you have at least a couple copies of the triple rare you need, that deck is at least somewhat runnable, is the thing. Oh, and also, by the way, same goes for Sentinel medals. Hoard those Sentinel medals. Do not feel like you have to spend them immediately. That's what I'm doing for my Angel Feather deck and everything. Yeah, hoard materials, basically. See, I feel like a lot of people get the idea that they should just be spending constantly, but actually, the most efficient way of playing this game, I mean, unless you're someone who's paying, if you're someone who pays real money on a regular basis, you don't need to, you genuinely don't need to listen to this advice, because you can just pay your way to get the cards you want. Unless you want to pay a little bit and you don't want to pay much, then this advice is still useful. But like, the thing with gacha games is that is the game. The game is learning about these different mechanics and stuff and kind of trying to find the most efficient way of getting all the stuff you want. And spoilers, unless you are willing to pay a lot of money, you are never going to get everything you want. Which is why in this game particularly, it's important to pick 1 or 2 clans that you really, really like and want to stick with. Do I not have all the copies of that? Let's craft all that. Like, see, look how many crafting materials I have. It's just, like, ridiculous. It really, truly is. So, okay then, you'll probably notice, why, oh why, have I not been spending my stamina recently? Because I haven't. I haven't spent any stamina all today. Why am I doing that? Well, the reason I'm doing that is because there's nothing right now I really want. Yeah, seriously. The main deck I'm running is Spike Bros, and you can't do anything for Spike Bros right now because they're an event clan and they don't have an event currently going on. So, I'm stuck with them. There's not much I can really do about that, and I've already spent most of the crafting materials I have for them I already have, right? So, okay, what about Dark Irregulars? I'm kind of happy with the amount of Dark Irregulars cards I have. Maybe I could craft one more Edo Rose and that'll sharpen things up a bit more, but that deck isn't enough of a priority for me to want to. Maybe later on I'll be tempted to, but And, okay, Oracle Think Tank. They're a fun clan, but I think I'm pretty much done with them for now. See, Oracle Think Tank are a clan that starts strong in this game, but they get progressively weaker as time goes on. Like, Tsukuyomi's good, don't get me wrong, but from this point on, Oracle Think Tank never really gets any better than it currently is right now. So, me spending time and resources on them anymore, I mean, my plan was always to just play them at first and then jump ship on them the second the clan I was more interested in pops up. I was never all that committed to them. And that's another thing, think carefully before you commit to a clan, because of course we all know that if you are committing to a clan, you have to have 4 perfect guards for them, no exception, especially if you're someone who's in legend rank, which by this point you should probably be thinking about hitting legend rank if you're not already, because that's kind of important, and I'll talk about the importance of that more later on. And so every time you commit to a new clan, or even just want to try one out, you basically have to get all of the perfect guards. Now, don't craft them. Unless they are the only thing you need left, do not craft them. It's a waste, because you are guaranteed, you're basically guaranteed. You're not actually guaranteed, but you can get 2 Sentinel medals every single season. So that's 4 a month. So even if you're a free-to-play user and you never ever pull a perfect guard from a pack, then you still get to run a new clan every month, which is cool, right? You know, as long as you know when to use those Sentinel medals. And that's another thing, and that's something I'll cover in more detail later. Every season ends with double VP, so take advantage of that. It's not here yet, but on the 28th, I think, we're going to be getting double VP. That's why I usually start each, whatever, that's another video. We'll get to that later. But you gotta know when to use your standard medals. You don't want to commit to using, and that's why the, it's not the story, it's the other thing. That's why the challenge fights are a thing, where they let you, like, test out already built versions of the decks for a card fight, because that lets you try out that clan and decide whether or not you like them before you commit to building the perfect guards for them. It's in menu. Yeah, so if there's a clan you're interested in, don't pull any packs or craft immediately. Do these first. Make sure it's a clan you like. You don't want to go, oh, you know, I like Dimension Police because I'm a Kamen Rider fan, and then immediately realize you don't like their playstyle, but too late, you already built all the perfect guards and wasted that month's Sentinel medals. You know, there's probably quite a lot of people that have done that, and that sucks, right? So do the challenge fights. In fact, do them multiple times if you want to really give yourself a feel for what a completed version of the deck feels like. And of course, you know, as we're doing right now already, so you're already making a step in the right direction, watch people's videos about it, see how they play, hear people's advice. Basically, the way gacha games are made, and this is going to sound super cynical, but it's the truth. Gacha games are made specifically to, I guess, to pressure you into spending resources, whether that be real money or the in-game resources they give you, because they profit from that, right? And they want you to waste stuff, right? They want you to, that's why you get such bad packs and stuff, right? Like, that's why you never seem to get the card you want in a pack unless you pull an incredible amount of packs, because the game pressures you into spending those resources. And so That's another thing. I've said this in a previous video. Work with what you've got. If you're a free-to-play user and you just work with what you get in packs and work around that, like, don't get me wrong, if you really, really, really want to play, like, Shadow Paladins, then go for it. But if you really, really want to play Shadow Paladins, and then the next set comes out, and you just, and you open a bunch of packs that you've been saving up for ages, and you get nothing but Dragonic Overlord at the end, maybe take that as a sign. Now, of course, if you really don't want to play Dragonic Overlord at the end, and you really want to play Shadow Paladins, then that's your decision to make. But that's the thing, you got to kind of work around what you've got if you want to have a smooth time. That's basically everything that I had to say. I know a lot of it seems very surface level and everything, but I think it's more about the mindset than it is anything else. Because crafting is an extremely powerful resource. And so, okay, what's my plan? That's how we'll end this video off. What's my plan? I'm stamina hoarding. What is that? It's basically when you just don't do any character fights. Every day you open up your missions thing and you get your free stamina, and then you just get a bunch. And that's what I've been doing for the past day or two. And then the story mode forced me to waste a bunch of stamina, but whatever. That's fine. I can just get that back. And then every time I hit 99, like 999 stamina, because it's the highest it will go before it will let you get any more, I will spend a little bit and then just keep, right? And my goal is to hit 999 and stay there for a while. Okay, why are you doing that? Because when the Neo Nectar clan event comes out, on the day that event comes out, I gotta spend absolutely all 999 on character fights so that I can get the tickets or whatever currency it is that's tied to that event and build a Neo Nectar deck, because I really want that. And as I've mentioned in the past, clan events are the easiest decks to build, bar none. They're still a little frustrating. It's very difficult to get every single triple rare you need, but they are the easiest to build, and that'll be another video for a future time too. So that's my plan. Yes, I know it's not the most efficient, but honestly, I don't, these are fine. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'm just so focused on, like, Angel Feather and everything that I just don't feel a strong pull towards any of these 8 other than Dark Irregulars. And I've already got a lot of Dark Irregular cards, so it's like, you know, I think the problem with my Dark Irregulars deck is more my strategy and how I've been playing with them, and I just need to practice with them rather than not having enough cards. So that's my, that's my advice and everything. And if you are someone who's saving up for future cards in the next set via crafting materials, tell me. Oh, that was a battery warning there. If you're someone who's saving up for future cards for the next set, tell me what it is you're saving up for in terms of crafting materials, and tell me how many of that card you've already guaranteed yourself. So, for example, if you're someone who's been grinding the character fights for Kai all season, you could probably be like, oh yeah, I've already saved up for like at least 3 Dragonic Overlord Yens and a bunch of other cards I need for that set. And let me know, because I'm interested to see how efficiently and how fast everyone's been able to save up. And if you're doing that, if you have already got to the point where you can even craft 1 card you need before the set even releases, then you're already ahead of the people who were just gambling all on packs. So congrats, you're doing well. Yeah, I'll see you later with more Vanguard 0.